There have been so many public feuds between major rap artists throughout the history of rap music, with some getting out of hand. I will be going over the top 5 beefs we have seen, beginning with the most recent one of Kendrick Lamar and Drake. These two collaborated with each other on Drake's Take Care album and Kendrick's Good Kid Mad City album, and again on A$AP Rocky's song in 2012, until Kendrick Lamar dropped his diss track Control, which he dissed nearly every rapper including Drake, and again on the BET Hip Hop Awards in 2013, saying, but this was still not considered beef until Drake released his For All the Dogs album in late 2023, which featured his hit song First Person Shooter, which featured J. Cole. And J. Cole rapped the line, "Love when they argue who the hardest MC, is it K. Dot, is it Arbor or me?" No one thought much of this line until in 2024, Metro Boomin and Future released their collab mixtape featuring Kendrick Lamar on Like That, which he dissed Drake in multiple lines, saying there's no big three, it's just me. For all you dogs getting buried, he gon' see Pet Cemetery. And this song blew up, starting a domino effect with Drake releasing a straight diss track at Kendrick Lamar, Push-Ups, mocking his height, calling him a rookie, and then again 2 days later dropping another track, Tailor Made Freestyle, using AI, Tupac, and Snoop Dogg to continue dissing Drake. Kendrick finally snapped back with direct diss Euphoria, attacking Drake's personality, image, authenticity, character, and again 2 days later with 616 in LA, rapping about Drake being around fake people and that no one is actually his friend. But the same exact day, Drake released his 7-minute diss track, not being a shot at just Kendrick, but also at everyone who turned against him. Drake goes straight at Kendrick, making it very personal, attacking domestic issues in Kendrick's life with his girlfriend and manager, and literally just a couple minutes later on the same night, Kendrick releases another diss track, Meet the Grams, attacking Drake's family, including his son, mom, dad, and saying Drake has been hiding a daughter. And this kept going. The next day, Kendrick released a hit diss track, Not Like Us, calling Drake a predator, which was all over the internet. Drake did respond the next day with The Heart Part 6 with no new disses, but just discrediting everything Kendrick said. After all these tracks being released, the public beef between them abruptly ended. The rumor is that Jay Prince, founder and CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records, stepped in to end the beef because it was getting out of hand. After that, Kendrick went on to win 5 Grammys for his diss track against Drake, performed the song at the Super Bowl halftime show, and Drake went on to sue Kendrick's record label for promoting Not Like Us, which says he contained false statements that caused real-life harm. The next major public beef that took over the rap industry was Tupac and Biggie, two of the biggest names in hip-hop at the time. These two started out as friends in the early 90s, as Tupac was already an established rapper, but Biggie was still up and coming. The two hung out, Tupac gave Biggie advice and even let him open for his shows until November of 1994, Tupac was robbed and shot 5 times in the lobby of Quad Recording Studios in Manhattan. Tupac believed Biggie and his team knew what was happening and didn't warn him, and although Biggie and his team denied it, Tupac didn't believe them and felt betrayed. Later, Tupac went away to prison, but while in prison, he accuses Biggie and his record label of being fake and accusing them of betrayal, and Biggie released the song Who Shot Ya, which Tupac took as a mocking to his shooting, although this song was recorded prior to the shooting. Tupac was then bailed out of prison by Suge Knight, signed to Death Row Records, and released his album All Eyes on Me with multiple shots aimed directly at Biggie, and later released the most vicious diss track, Hit 'Em Up, which was a straight shot at Biggie and other names in the industry. Tupac continued to mock Biggie in many interviews until Tupac was killed in a drive-by on September 7th, 1996. And unfortunately Biggie too, just 6 months later. But to this day, this feud between the two was one of the biggest the industry has ever seen. Another huge public feud in the rap industry was Nas and Jay-Z. Both were major New York rappers coming up around the same time. In 1996, Jay-Z wanted Nas to feature on one of his tracks, but Nas didn't show up to the session, so he sampled his voice for the track Dead Presidents 2, and this sparked some early tension. After Biggie's passing, Jay-Z was considered the king of New York, and this didn't rock well with Nas and his team. Jay-Z and Nas's team dissed each other in freestyles and mixtapes until Jay-Z went straight for Nas with his diss track Takeover, calling out Nas for his declining career, who's lazy, and saying he only had one great album. Nas later clapped back with his track Ether, considered one of the most brutal diss tracks ever. Nas called Jay a fake hustler, a style stealer, and questioned his street credibility. Jay-Z responded pretty quickly with Super Ugly, getting personal, saying he slept with Nas's girlfriend. Jay-Z's mother said he went too far, and he later publicly apologized for it. After that, the beef was pretty quiet and under the covers until 3 years later, Nas and Jay-Z both appear on stage, shake hands, and squash the beef. Jay-Z then signed Nas to Def Jam, turning it to a respected relationship, but to this day, this is known as one of the greatest rap battles of all time. The beef between 50 Cent and Ja Rule is one of the most infamous in hip-hop history. It started in the late 1990s in Queens, where both rappers are from, with conflicting stories. 50 claimed Ja got jealous of his neighborhood respect, while Ja said 50 was mad after Ja's chain got snatched by someone from 50's crew. By 2000, 50 dropped Life's on the Line, and their crews clashed multiple times, with 50 Cent even getting stabbed during a public altercation between the crews. In 2002, 50 Cent signed with Eminem and Dr. Dre, gaining major backup, and released Wangsta, a direct hit at Ja. By 2003, 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying took over the world, while Ja's response, Loose Change, fell short. Ja leaned into R&B with Ashanti, while 50 played the role of an authentic street rapper. From 2004 to 2005, 50 Cent kept the pressure on with tracks like Piggy Bank, while Ja Rule's label Murder Inc. collapsed under federal investigation, sending Ja Rule's career into a downward spiral. Through the late 2000s, Ja's music flopped, while 50 mocked him in interviews. In the 2010s, Ja went to prison on gun and tax charges and then tried to rebuild, but the beef didn't help him. In 2018, 50 pulled one of the pettiest moves ever, buying 200 front row tickets to Ja's concert so the seats would look empty. By 2019 to now, the feud has mostly played out on social media. In the end, the feud is remembered as one of the most one-sided in rap history. 50 Cent became a global superstar and businessman, while Ja Rule never recovered. NWA formed in 1987 with Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, MC Ren, and DJ Yella. These guys became the pioneers of gangsta rap, shocking America with Straight Outta Compton and giving a voice to life in South Central LA. But by 1989, everything took a turn. Ice Cube left over money disputes, with NWA's manager, Jerry Heller, accusing him of cheating, while the rest of the group stayed loyal to Eazy and Heller. In 1990, Cube dropped his solo debut, America's Most Wanted, a huge success, while the NWA fired shots at Cube on 100 miles and running. By 1991, the feud exploded. NWA released Real Neighbors, and Cube clapped back with No Vaseline, a diss track aimed directly at Eazy, Dre, Ren, and Heller, widely considered as one of the greatest diss tracks ever. The beef shortly continued and effectively ended NWA, and by the mid-1990s, the group dissolved. Dre left Ruthless for Death Row, Cube thrived solo, and Eazy's health declined. Before Eazy-E's death in 1995, he began patching things up with Dre and Cube, leaving the feud behind. Today, the Ice Cube vs NWA split is remembered as the beginning of the end for the world's most dangerous group, and the start of Cube's legendary solo career. So those are 5 of some of the biggest rap beefs ever. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and leave a comment down below on some of your feuds that you remember. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.